What's going on? It's your boy Landaris. You already know. You see it. You see it. L&L Line Service, Kansas City, Missouri, Blue Springs area. Back at you. What's going on, guys? Hey, I just wanted to talk to you guys. Get in here. And I've been thinking about starting podcasts. Now, don't you guys be out there trying to steal my idea of the name. Don't you do it. But I'm going to call it, it's going to be Stay Off My Grazz Podcast. How that sound? Stay Off My Grazz Podcast. Don't you steal it. Don't you steal it. Yeah, I'm going to try to buy me some podcasting equipment. Check it out. See, dibble and dabble in it. You know who got the best that I've seen is my personal opinion. Keith Kelfis. He got a nice podcast setup. I love his setup. I mean, it looked like it's just a nice setup. If you ever check him out, that's Keith Kelfis. Check his layout of his podcasting setup. I like that. I wish he could just come to my house, do a duplicate of mine of his, just duplicate it, and I could go with that. He got like stuff going on. Anyway, go check him out, Keith Kelfis. Check out his podcast. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some podcasting and Stay Off My Grazz Podcast. That sounds good, don't it? Have some ad-libs. Stay off my grass. What's another one? Maybe a lawnmower, in the background. Maybe a trimmer. Maybe a blower, have some sounds like that. A little irritating, like sounds where I get all pissed off on here. And then you play one of those sounds from like your customers, like they basically saying, what's something I hate hearing customers say? I was wondering if you could do me a favor. Had that on there. A little ad-lib like that. What's another? What's something that you hate hearing your customers say to you? Where you like, oh man, here we go. Here we go. What's another one? Hey, I was wondering if you could trim that bush over there since you're like doing this or doing that. Can you also trim that bush up over there if you got time? Yeah, I got the time. I got the time. You got the money. You got the money. I got the time. But you ain't getting it done for free. I had something like that. But anyway, I'm getting all off script. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look into some podcasting equipment and see and go from there. Maybe my daughter or my son might want to get into like some podcasts. I don't understand why, like, they don't want to get into that. They like them the new generation. The new generation should be all into like computers, podcasting, just all type of technology type stuff. That they're like the future. And all this stuff is just going, just computer, and it's just all these kids should be exposed to this because this is going to be their future. But yeah, but anyway, what I want to talk about? Hey, I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about, is your spouse on board with your business? Do they help out in your business? Do they help answer the phones in your business? Or do you get the, I ain't answering no phone, I ain't getting paid? You get that from your spouse or your wife or whatever the case is? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Because I know when you first start off your business, you got the idea of starting off your business. You got all these thoughts in your head, and then you launch it. You said, "I'm about to do it. I'm going. I'm about to be an entrepreneur. I'm about to start this lawn care business." And you tell your wife or your girlfriend, and they just be like, "Okay, whatever." And you like, "Baby, you gonna be on board?" Uh, I'm with you. And then you get out there and you launch it. You finally got the guts to start that lawn care business. And you turn around and you look behind you and you're all alone. You're all alone. All that weight is coming on your shoulder. All that weight is coming on your shoulder because it's just you, buddy. You got to make this happen. You. Nobody else. You. Hey, baby, I thought you was on board. I don't want to deal with none of that. I'll see you on your journey. I'll see you on your journey. But like, can you help me out a little bit? Like, let's get this, train started and rolling. Then you can jump off. Yeah. Now, you do have some partners and significant others. You do have some partners and significant others that will help out and stuff like that, and help you get your business started. But sometimes that road is tough. It's tough. I give you an example. When I first started, and still kind of till this day, uh, you get no help over here. I'm answering the phones. So here's the scenario. You come up with the idea. You launch the idea. Now you get all the equipment and things that you need. Now you're going out there to do the work. You're going out there hitting the bricks. You're hitting the streets, hitting the doors, knocking on doors. Now you got a couple of customers. Now you get a web page. Now you got people calling you. You got people calling you. But guess what? You out doing the work. Now you got these phone calls coming in. Now, say for instance, your wife is at home, that phone rings. And I will say that my wife has done much better as far as answering the phones, talking to the customers, learning some of the things that I've taught her as far as what some people are looking for, what to say. My hat goes off to her. She has come a long way, but it could be better. It could have been much better. But in the beginning, it was like bumping heads. It's like you out there doing the work, you come in, you got 5 or 6 at answer on your answer sheet, you got 5 or 6 messages, and your wife is in there. She's probably looking at TV and the thing is blinking over there. I wish I had a camera crew behind me for the couple of years that when I used to be like talking to her about answering the phone and things like that. It would have been it'll be a show. It'll be a show. But anyway, you got 5 or 6 messages on there, and you turn and you look at your wife and you sweating and huffing and puffing, and you got to go take a shower, you want something to eat. Now you had people that called you. Now we all know as lawn care professionals that if you don't answer that phone right away, that customer is most likely going to call the next lawn care provider. So those, especially when you first starting, those messages and those calls are crucial because you need as many calls coming in and you need to close those deals as quick as possible so that you can build up your customer base. Well, if you got your significant other, your wife, that's not answering that phone right away when you first starting out, you gotta figure something out. You gotta figure something out, or you and your spouse's significant other is gonna be bumping heads because you're gonna be like me. I basically was like, hey, the when did this call come in? It's blinking. Did you write anything down? Can you call them back and say, hey, even if you call them back and say, hey, uh, take down the information and say, hey, we'll give you a call back within 24 hours. At least say something because everything has to do with communication. You got to communicate with that customer or whoever's calling you. You got to. Otherwise, they think you don't give a crap. Okay, let me call the next provider and they might answer the phone. So that's why it's always crucial to answer the phone or get that phone call answered due to the fact that they will call somebody else and then you call them back when you get home at 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the evening and they called at 9 o'clock in the morning. Them hours that went by, you end up calling them back and that's the worst thing you hate to hear. Oh, well, I got somebody else that I called and they're going to take care of me. But thanks for calling me back. Thank you. And then you now, in the beginning, you thinking now you don't know if you would have got that customer or not, but in your head, you thinking, I just lost out on some money. I just lost out on the customer. Damn, baby, why you didn't answer the phone and call them back? At least have them like, hey, I'm going. You trying to say all this to your wife or your significant other or your girlfriend just to help you out a little bit, but it don't happen. So now you got to try to figure something else out because this is your dream. This is your adventure. This is your mess that you've gotten yourself into that you wanted to do. And hey, you deal with it. And that's the way some of these other feel. Your significant other feels or your wife feel. This is all on you, baby. Yeah, okay. Till you start making that money. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I should help out a little. Yeah, you should. You should have been doing this in the beginning. Could have been a lot further. So now you got to get the automated phone answering machines or that you have to pay for. And in the beginning, when you first starting out, you don't want to be wasting any type of money or trying to dish out any money towards anything other services because you got other stuff, that you're paying for. So you could say, well, Landarius, you should have given me your personal phone number, your cell phone number. Well, I don't want everybody having my cell phone number because I've done that before. So you go through all these little adventurous steps that you go through because now you're not getting to your answer machine on time. Your wife and your girlfriend is not answering the phone or taking down any messages. Well, how can I do this? Okay, I don't want to pay to automate it. Let me give them my cell phone number. Let me direct that line to my cell phone number. So now either you're going to use your regular cell phone, or you're going to buy another cell phone and use that as your business cell phone. So you got two cell phones now, one for your business, one for your personal. Now, but that's an extra bill. That's an extra phone bill. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can write it off and stuff like that, business expense and all that stuff. But still, a bill is a bill. You know what I'm saying? So now you got two phones. You got two payments. Now you got somebody that's now if you don't get two phones, you just use your personal. Now you got your customers calling you whenever they want to, whether it's early in the morning, late at night, just whenever they feel like they want to call you and either complain or talk to you about something or whatever. They got direct access to you. So now you got to figure out, okay, my phone is going to be on from 8 to 5, and I'm cutting it off. So yeah. So now you got to do all that stuff. Now, if you look at like who's you got Spencer Lawn Care. Spencer Lawn Care. When I first started looking at Spencer Lawn Care, he was out doing his thing and stuff like that. His wife wasn't really involved in like the operations and actually doing stuff. And slowly but surely, she started, getting on there weed eating. And then the next time you seen her, she was probably like uh, riding in the truck with him, weed eating. And then she was, then next thing you know, she was on the lawnmower, the zero turn. And then they started doing snow, and he got, snow equipment and trucks. Man, he was using the snow equipment. I mean, he was using the truck and plow, and she was using the truck and plow. She's like 100% in on, the business, you know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing, but everybody don't have it like that. Everybody don't have it like that. But uh, I was just curious, how a lot of you guys out there, how is it with your significant other or your wife or your partner? How do you guys get along with the business aspect? As far, are they involved or are they not involved? Do they help out? Do they help answer the phones? Do they help you with your day-to-day operations as far as, get out there and get a little sweaty and a little bit of trimming going on or a little bit of blowing? Have they actually, I actually tried to get, so in the beginning, when I was doing like leaf cleanups, this is funny. When I used to do leaf cleanups, when I first started doing them, my wife went out with me. And when I think back on it, it was comical because, she was dealing with the dust in her face. And I had the actual, just the leaf blower. And I had the little bitty leaf blower, and the handheld leaf blower and the rakes. And we're raking, we blowing with these not too powerful leaf blowers. Yeah, it was a mess. And she would hate it to the point where she was like, I'm not going out there with you no more. My back hurt, my legs hurt, my I got, dust all in my nose and all this type of stuff. It was funny, guys. And here I am out there, trying to be like, hey, do it this way. Hey, do it this way. This is the way you gotta do it. This is the way you gotta do it this way, this way, this way. And it was like always like that. Come on, hold the bag open. Hold the bag open. Don't let it fall down. This is it. It was like that. You got you and your significant other out there just going at it because she just don't know what she's doing half the time and stuff. And you try to show her and teach her, and it wasn't working. And then after a while, she was like, I ain't going back out there. It's kind of leaf season is kind of cool outside. She didn't know how to start the blowers. Yeah, it was the best, guys, but it worked out and for the time being. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm just curious how you guys handle, significant others or your wife, or are they involved with your day to day operation or your business? It's just fun to hear stories uh, of things like that. So, I'm about to get out of here, guys. The video is, what is it? It's about 20 minutes already in, and I just thought I'd get online and share this with you and go from there. But yeah, I will be trying to start me a podcast. I will be. Stay Off My Grazz podcast. Yep. So be looking for that. I'm gonna get that started after I, do some investigating on some research on some of this podcasting equipment and things like that. But yeah, like, subscribe, leave your comments, hit that bell button, do whatever you gotta do, but you better do it. All right, guys, I'm out. Stay Off My Grazz podcast. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.